So let's create a personal check-in meeting. We click on the new meeting, and the first thing you do is you choose what arena it is. Now, if it's your personal check-in meeting, it should be your personal arena. You probably don't have as many arenas as I do. And if you have an objective, you can link this meeting to an objective, which I will do because I've created some. You probably have not at this point yet. Now we're at the meeting type. The default, well, it's just the first one on the list, is a daily check-in, which is what we will use for a business or organization. But we want to make this our personal check-in meeting. Since it's a personal meeting, as part of the meeting, we review our task. Well, we want to review my task, all of my tasks for this meeting. I'm going to put in here, normally I'd call it Dan's daily check-in. I'm just going to call it example check-in. All right, it's a continuing meeting. The first time I meet is probably going to be today. I'm the captain, I'm the keeper. I can add teammates. Now, I put somebody on my personal arena. It's a fake person, obviously. And then for what's the purpose of the meeting? So I'll make a list. All right. That's what I put in. You can put in anything you like, obviously, but be clear as to why you're doing it. All right. That's the point. Clarity and brevity usually go together too, by the way. So I'm going to hit submit. There it is. Okay. My uh, personal or example check-in. If I click on that now, it'll open up and it will have loaded some default questions. Now the questions are designed to, if you answer it no, that means you just go on to the next question. And if you answer it yes, perhaps you have to make some notes, perhaps you have to create a task. That kind of depends. You allow and disable inline editing right here. All right. So put it on so you can edit them inline as it speaks, and then you'll just you can edit these questions. These are the standard ones I put in here. Did I fail to pray, meditate, or quietly think? SLM, that stands for since last meeting. So let's say I want to edit this one, and I want it to say, let's say I'm into meditation. Okay, so I'm going to make this fail to meditate, and it says, did I fail to? So that if it's no, that means I did it, and go on for 10 minutes since last meeting. All right. Now, there's a status here. And I don't know if you can see the drop down in the video or not, but it says active, retired, or recorded. If you retire a question, it'll no longer show on the list, but you'll always be able to bring it out of retirement and you'll be able to look at your past results because that's what this allows you to do. Then you can choose the visibility. It's in your private arena, so it really shouldn't be able to be viewed by anybody other than people you want in that arena. So that really shouldn't be much of an issue. Um, and then default answer. It's usually it's no, yes or no, but it could be a rating of crisis, poor, good, excellent, or blue sky, in which case you put what the default is. Usually I would default it to crisis, and then you change the rating based on the answer to the question. There's not much else you really need to fill out at this point. And when you hit update, it will update the question. And then you can go through these questions and do whatever you want with them. You can add a checklist item. That's what I call them. All right. If you add one, it'll go in there. Now, one thing you may have wondered about is how do you order the questions? They're in alphabetical order. So you'll see there are numbers up here. All right. Or a numbering or order system. You can change that to anything you want, but the questions will appear in alphabetical order, and order can matter. So now I'd encourage you to do the same thing and then go through and change your questions to anything you like and word them different. But remember, no is going to show up as green and go on. Yes is going to show up as a light red or pink, and that means you usually do something.